Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and we're back again today with more 10NL fast forward highlights. We're not going to do any long preamble. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Hit the like button if you enjoy the video, or just hit the like button anyway because it doesn't hurt. And leave any comments if you see anything you want to comment on. We haven't played since the last video, so bankrolls on 46 plus the 20 we got at the table. We're only going to be playing when we're recording, so you won't get to see everything, but you get to see the highlights of stuff. I've got other games to play in when I'm not doing this. So yeah, without further ado, let's get stuck in. So we've opened the Jack 8 suited here. We've got the 7-9-3 flop. So we've got a good shot backdoor flush draw. I'm going to kick off with a round half pot c-bet. Get the call. Turn the queen. I think we're probably going to triple now. Hope to eventually make a sevenfold or ace highs, pocket pairs, etc. Like medium pocket pairs. Queen river. Not massively in love. Really wanted to triple off here. The thing is, like, our straight draw beats most of their straight draws except Jack 10. So we're ahead of most of the straight draws. Don't think ace high. I think ace high folds turns. So we're going to try to fold out here that's better. Just some small to medium pairs, which I also think fold on the queen. So, like, I was timed out. I was about to say, do we want to try and make a 9-fold? And my answer was going to be no. So we actually don't triple on that run out, and I'm fine with that. Opening the king and the jack. Flopping top pair. Betting. 3 turn, complete brick. Love to see it. Healing 1 here with the not loving it, but could be rage betting. 6 on the river's not ideal, but I think a lot of 6x fold to turn. So we're going to bet again. And we're going to go with that. Then we'll fold in the 9-8. And we lose to the ace jack. Never mind. So we've opened the 9C. We've got the 8-7-7 flop. Going to go with a slightly bigger bet than we've been using so far this session. And is pretty vulnerable. Um, 7-8-10. We've got top pair, no kicker. I'm just going to let it go. Jack on the turn. Don't think we're going to barrel here. And we river a straight. And we're going to bet relatively big. King ace is whiffed, and we are multi-way, so we should be checking. And did we get a call there? I can never quite tell on party poker. We did. Ace jack made the call. Happy days. 3-betting the ace king, flatting the ace 10 on the button. I mean, this is just whatever. In she goes. We flopped a pair of aces over here, and our opponent has bet full pot, which doesn't seem in line with modern strategy. He downsides to turn to half pot. I'm not in love with this spot in the slightest. I think there's a significant chance that we might be beat here. I mean, the guy's 3x open, potted, then half potted. It's representing a pretty strong hand. We river a card that's either going to get us paid or lose us money, because we're not folding anymore, of course. I just got to hope he's got the ace queen or the ace king, I guess. And he had the ace queen. So we got bailed out there on the river. Love to see it. Opening the king jack. Middle position. Picking up a button flat. Interesting, we flopped. Kind of like, see one of our weaker opens from middle position. The king of jack offsuit. We're calling 2 spots, we flopped top pair on a monotone flop. We're going to start by checking. I'm not that asked about protecting this hand. Going to call this turn probe. I'm not loving the situation. Rivering 2 pairs. This guy now doesn't have a flush when he checks the river. Do I want to value bet here, or do I want to try and let him have a little stab with that missed diamonds or something? Calling here with the queen 4 and totally not loving it. I think we're just going to try and show our hand down here. King jack, and we lose to the queen 10. And the king ace over here that didn't squeeze pre. And people wonder why I advocate playing quite nitty in these games. It's because people don't value bet very well. They don't 3-bet very well. They don't do anything very well in terms of like being aggressive with relatively good hands. So that's why you find me advocating for overfolding quite a lot, because people just have a lot of hands they shouldn't have in their passive play ranges. Opening the queen and the 8 suited. Call this small blind 3-bet with the 2 10s. Pretty unideal flop. Have to call versus 1/3, but I think it's the last money we'll be putting in the pot unimproved. Yep, that's going to be the end of it. I expect like checks or big bets from our opponent here. He does go with check, which makes me think he doesn't have a strong hand. Pocket jacks. Maybe ace queen plays this way. I'm not betting. I think our hand's too strong to start turning into a bluff to try and get queen x and jacks to fold. Checks again. He just doesn't have a strong hand here, does he? I'm worried it's just going to turn 2 jacks over. But we do beat ace jack. We beat pocket 8s. We don't beat much, do we? But does he fold much if we bluff? We don't have a spade in our hand. Just going to let him have the pot, I guess, with his 2 jacks or his ace queen. Jack queen, okay. We want to start value betting the 3s here. I think value bet / just protection against any random overcards he's got versus 2 3s. This is bullshit. This is just absolute pure bullshit. And we win. What are you doing, sir? What did you have? You had ace 5 offsuit. Thought that was bullshit. Smelled like bullshit. And there you go. If it walks like a duck and it quacks, then it's a duck. And you, sir, are a regfish at best. Squeezing the pocket jacks. It donked into with the king 9. It's going to be ace king so often. I have to call, but absolutely not in love with it. Ace king, fuck it, can't be asked flipping. Just cash it out. This guy now checks, which I think he's probably got either a 10 or we're winning. No real value in betting the 9. And he bets a river, we're just going to fold. Not care too much about it. And we had a little cash out success over on the right hand side table. Happy days. We're off on the set man with the 9s. We're off down the set man, sorry. Oh, that's a set. That is a set. Bottom is 3-bet blind versus blind. We have 2 queens. So we're going to be getting it in and hoping not to run into something good. Going to overbet this turn, are we? No, we're not. No, we're not. Just going to bet big. Seven of clubs. So river's that? Awkward here now. Block. He just has easy shoves over block. So he raised pre 3.5x. He's check back flop. Just called turn. I don't think he has many flushes here. We're just going to bet and not fold. If he's got a flush, then good for him. Don't think he's got many flushes. I think like flushes might see bet the flop, etc. Weird spot, but happy to find the bet. Aces at last. That's the first time I've had on this session. I think it's the first time anyway. Going with the. Do we want to go even bigger here because we're starting quite deep? Fuck it. Let's be greedy. That's pretty cool. He's gone all in. He's got the queens. I can't deal with suckouts off this bankroll. Cash me out, baby, and fuck the haters. Interesting that he just has. Well, is it? I don't know if it's interesting or not. I think 4-bet ripping queens for like 140 bigs. Doesn't seem that fucking great to me. What do I know though? I'm just a fucking old nit who cashes out like a fanny. Because fuck variance. So there we go, that's the end of the session. As you can tell by the lack of large pots during the highlights you've just watched, it wasn't the most interesting session I've ever had. In fact, it was quite boring, but it is what it is. We've got $34 at the tables. We've got $40 there, so that's $74. So we've won $8, 80 big blinds in an hour. I'll take it, I guess. Mostly thanks to the aces. Well, entirely thanks to the aces. It was a pretty dull session. These things happen. We move on. Probably going to do another one of these tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see you then. As always, fuck the Tories and bye-bye for now.